You see it, it's happening. They have some cards. We have incredible cards, but I don't want to play those cards. If I played those cards, that would destroy China. I'm not going to play those cards.
During a meeting at the White House with South Korean President Lee Jae-myung, US President Donald Trump made an explosive statement that raised eyebrows. Sitting in the Oval Office, he said that the United States holds overwhelming leverage over China, further adding that he could destroy China's economy if he wanted to. Now, that's a big claim, and not the first time Donald Trump has used economic threats as political messaging, especially when it comes to China. Welcome to Spin the Globe, where we delve into stories from around the world. US President Donald Trump warned Beijing that it must supply rare earth magnets or face tariffs as high as 200%. China had tightened export restrictions on rare earth items in April as part of its retaliations. Now, rare earth minerals remain a key point of tension in the US-China trade dispute. Let me tell you a little about why they hold so much of importance globally. Rare earth elements might not sound very exciting, but they're everywhere and are incredibly important. These are the materials that help power electric cars, wind turbines, and even the speakers in your phone. They're what make the magnets in those devices super strong. You'll also find them in everyday tech, smartphones, flat screen TVs, laptops, and so much more. All rely on rare earths to work properly. But it goes far beyond just consumer gadgets. They're also used in military systems like radar and missile guidance, and even in the medical machines like MRIs. So these critical materials are essential for a wide range of products. And now, because China controls the vast majority of their production, Washington views this as a major strategic vulnerability. This comment by Donald Trump comes shortly after Washington and Beijing agreed on August 12th to extend their trade truce by another 90 days, giving negotiations more time to reach an agreement. Now, over the past year, tariff tensions have severely intensified, with Donald Trump repeatedly increasing duties on Chinese imports. In April, the Trump administration imposed a 145% tariff on China, and in response, Beijing put a 125% tariff on the US exports. However, in the recent months, the world's two largest economies decided to slash the tariff. The US levy on most Chinese imports now stands at 30%, while China has placed a 10% duty on the US imports. Now, let me give you a clearer picture on how the trade between US and China has actually looked over the past decade. For over a decade now, the trade relationship between the US and China has followed the same pattern. The US buys far more from China than it sells back. In 2024 alone, the US imports from China totaled around $462 billion, while exports to China were just $143 billion. This trend continued into the first quarter of 2025 as well, with imports hitting $108 billion compared to only $31 billion in exports. This persistent gap has allowed China to maintain a dominant position in the trade relationship, benefiting from a steady flow of revenue while the US faces growing concerns about its trade deficit and economic dependence. And it's exactly this imbalance that continues to fuel friction between the two powers. Now, Trump's comments may be headline grabbing, but they also reflect a deeper reality. The US and China are locked in a strategic rivalry where economic tools also double as political weapons. What are your thoughts on this video? Do let us know in the comment section below.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.